If you haven't been converted to riding twin fins by the end of this video, I have not done my job. So welcome back to another episode of Design to Ride presented by Surfride Board Shops. I'm your host, Tanner Waite, and today we've got none other than the Chemistry Surfboard's Zen 4. Now the reason I say I want to be able to convert you to riding twin fins by the end of this is because I think if you've been riding shortboards your whole life like me, when you get on a board like this that is geared towards high performance surfing and the progression of the twin fin, you'll quickly learn that whatever limitations you might have in your head for how skatey they feel, how they don't have bite, how you kind of have to milk it through turns, will kind of go away. Fortunately, there's tons of different options for twin fin models that we do carry. So I would highly recommend that if you've been riding shortboards your whole life, or you're transitioning maybe from a longboard down to a shortboard, to get on something like this and watch how your surfing improves. The Zen 4 is the brainchild of Jason Bennett at Chemistry Surfboards. It is a 4-channel bottom twin pin. The board that we're looking at right now is a stretched out version of what you would order as a stock board off the showroom floor. I had this one specifically made for bigger beach break, like small days at Nazare or pumping days at Super Tubes. I've gotten some of the best barrels of my life on this board, but what I really love about it is its versatility. What you're gonna get is an aggressive, performance-oriented rail, flat rocker profile, a slightly fuller nose, which is gonna help paddling and catching the waves, as well as projecting through flat sections, and a somewhat pulled-in tail with a thinner tail block. This is gonna help with pushing on rail and maintaining speed through turns, as well as knifing more critical drops. I've also had this board in a 5/8 version as like a standard shortboard, and I rode that thing until it died. There was nothing left of that board by the time I was done with it. I rode it for pretty much a year straight, and it was one of the most fun, versatile boards that I've ever had. I would suggest riding this board an inch or two smaller than your standard shortboard because it is a little bit shorter and a little bit wider. Or if you're gonna stretch it out into something like a step up that you'll ride in big tubes or a more drawn out point break, keep your standard shortboard dimensions for width and thickness and just stretch the board out a little bit. I feel like right around 6'6" is kind of the magic number for making this board into that kind of step up version. If you go a little bit bigger, it might get a little bit too blown up and then I have to tweak a little bit more. But either way, you can have 1 or 2 of these in your quiver and be very satisfied. For fins, I'm gonna highly suggest the Futures T1. It's their standard performance twin fin set. It is a 2+1. Obviously, you're only gonna run this as a twin fin. It is plenty of fin, will allow you to hold rail while still getting some of that vertical surfing out of it that you want to. You could also go with the new Rostovich Twin+1 set. It's a little bit wider base and a little bit more of a squatty fin. So when it comes to surfing smaller waves, it's gonna give you just a little bit more control and pivot in the pocket. The ideal surfer looking to ride this board is going to be someone who could be in that intermediate to advanced level skill range. It is a great model to transition down from either a longboard or a mid-length directionally towards a high-performance shortboard if that's where you want to go. I will say you might get to this twin fin and just never ride a thruster ever again, like me. I have so much fun riding these types of boards because it makes it a lot more fun and entertaining and different. It forces you to surf and move your feet, and it will help improve your surfing in a way that riding a shortboard might not. They are significantly more forgiving, and it forces you to start looking at waves differently. If you're in that intermediate range, you can go in that 6'0", 6'2" stock dimensions. It will have a lot of volume, it'll catch waves very well, but it will still have a lot of those high performance attributes that you would find if you had it a little bit smaller and a little bit thinner. If you're in that advanced range, like I said earlier, maybe go 1 or 2 inches shorter than your standard shortboard and your regular dimensions. So if you're in the market and something like this sounds enticing to you, which I really hope it does, I would highly recommend coming into either our Oceanside or Solana Beach shop, checking one of these boards out. You can place a custom order if you're looking for that through us as well, and you're supporting a local, family-owned and run business, just like you are when you're supporting us. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you have one of these, this is their most popular board that they've said almost maybe ever, and I can certainly understand why. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.